Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, per usual, Mary Ellen. This episode is a craft with me where we launch and lurch and creep our way along through the coffee journal, and please help us get to the finish line. Oh crap, I was gonna do a Tuesday 10 instead, not a craft with me. So in my heart of hearts, I am also doing a Tuesday 10, and I might put that down on the hashtag as well, because what I want to do is 10 things, no idea what they're going to be, related to this coffee journal, because we are at the messy almost finish line. I have a cup of tea. I would have started this earlier today, but we have had a tree being taken down very close by, and background noise, a lot of background noise. I feel like one of the first things that I need to do is a bit of a cleanup on all 5, so let's move a couple of things around and make it at least breathable space, and I'll hopefully talk about some of the things. Got a lot of stuff that is related to this coffee journal that I never got to use, so that might be final bits and pieces. I like the snarks. I think they are funny snippets. Oh yes, not part of a Thrifty Thursday, but I got this in my mail, and it's junk mail, and I love the shape of this tag, so I'm going to back it and then use that as a template. So I'll plunk that over there. And somewhere, I think, there is a, oh dear, this is a bit of a mess. Get this wrapped. This is some washi tape that has got coffee themed. So this is the sort of the final decorations. This is some book boiling that I have done, that we're not working on yet, or at the moment. Somewhere I have a template of a house as well that came through the mail. Here's some scrap paper, that's coffee related, so I can put that over here, I guess. Sure. Some more coffee stuff. This is one of my beads that fell off. So we've got a little bit of room to breathe now, and I put some more stuff in. I think we've established that. We still haven't done anything yet, and I could have probably done a lot of this beforehand, but I didn't. Some seed packets that have not sprouted way faster than I expected. Both are done in large pots outside, and I have put mesh netting over top of it and sort of closed it with zip ties, because I have evil squirrels that will dig up anything that I don't tie off. What else do we have here? Some fabric. Oh, I've got this we can talk about. Some more fabric. Really, that's probably what we need to do, and then some more bits and pieces of journal stuffing that can happen. I need to make sure that I put in the coffee packets and then the cow as well in the coffee journal. For those of you who have recently joined, welcome. It is so lovely to have you here. The cow and the sugar packets are the milk and sugar that goes with the coffee. That's how we have that. My trusty tear ruler, new and improved, and we've got that. So let's talk about this for a minute, because I think this is helpful. So this is my way of keeping track of the journal. Each of these signatures has 11 pages, so there is a box for each page front side, and then 11 going back side. So there's 1, 2, 3 signatures, and I can go to then page 3 and know that on the back side of page 3, so let's do this, 1, 2, 3. On the back side of page 3, I have something. I've put in pockets and some cards. This way I can look and see two things. I can see, is the journal balanced, i.e. I don't have everything crammed up in the first, say, 5 pages, and then I go for the entire journal and then have something crammed in the last pages. And then I can also evenly account for the number. So I have 4 here, 4 here, 4, 4, 4, 4. Each one of them is 8. So I have got, quick math, let's do it in pencil just in case that changes. So I have 24. I have 24 pockets or points of interest in here. And that is what my goal was when we started this. Though my goal started off as being just 2 signatures, but there was no way this was going to fit. I needed to do 2. And I think if I were another journal maker, this probably would be 5, maybe 6 signatures. I can't cope with that amount of sewing, at least not at the moment. So this is my way of being able to keep track, and I can see the journal in its entirety in a different way. I am not lost trying to sort of flip through saying, oh, did I do a thing? Did I not do a thing? I could probably get more sophisticated and put other letters to abbreviate. These pink little spots here are book pages, fabric pages, and the A's are the art pages. So where's an art page? Second signature, page 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There we are. So this is what I would call an art page. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Still haven't pressed this, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. But let's make a list of some of the things that we need to do. So 1, I need to press the fabric. Inserts. Okay. All right, well, that was a lot of discussing, and then there was a silence falls. So the thing that I most need to sort out, I think, and there might be a bit of a crash because I'm trying to move some things that are not easily moving. Ow! Oh, that dropped on my little toe. Oh! That was the snark. Oh, so one of the things that we can do is we can use these. I know, I'm a little all over the map. So, one of the things that Kirsten at Quirky Queen's Journals was doing was watercolor doodles. And what is it? Copying is the highest form of respect or admiration, or highest, it's a high form of something or other anyways. And so I did that, and I have done little coffees. So I need to cut these out. And I want to also show you something hilarious about one of the cards that are on that's on here. Here we are, there's one. Here's the second. I do so love doing these because they are so relaxing and there's no right or wrong. So, fun thing about this one. So let's get rid of some of this so you're not distracted by all the noise. So this one here. This to me, it started off as a moon, and then I did the outlining there, and then that was pretty great. And then I put in some plants, and then I put in a little dog, and I thought, oh, that's really nice. I kind of like that. And I forgot completely about it. And I was moving these things around, and then I saw it again, and I saw this. And I had no recollection whatsoever of ever drawing this face. So I can see closed eyes, nose, mustache, lips, a chin, and a beauty mark. And I just think that's fun when you can draw something one way and then you turn it and it's a completely different thing the other way. I am not that good of an artist that I could do that deliberately. In any event, what I wanted was the two little coffee things. Drop those on the floor, cut these out. And I don't know if I was going to do it sort of tightly, and now I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to keep some of the, keep the outline, because I think that looks kind of funky. And as usual, I go through here's a whole bunch of information, data dump really quickly, and then I fall into silence. There we are. There's the second one. So we've got two more things that we can put in this. So I will count those as one thing. So we've done one thing. Next thing we have to wrap our head around is probably cutting this, because this is the book. Let's orient it the right way around. The B goes in the front. And what I am most concerned about, I think, is I think I can get a spine. This is soft-ish. It's sort of like a light paper that's got some fabric in it. Yeah, that never would have closed. So we for sure need a bigger spine. Though it does look kind of, oh man, does it ever feel nice in the hands? Sorry. Pardon my gurgling. So I had the idea that I was going to use the handmade beads that I had done. And then as I sewed in the signature, insert the beads in. And that means that I would have this as a sewable spine, not a blind spine, a hidden spine you can't see. So I will need to cover this, I think, with the fabric. Now I've pulled some fabrics, see, and we will do some additioning. So, for anybody playing along at home, and bless your heart, because this is totally what I do with other people who are doing auditioning, I provide more than my fair share of 2 cents when we are looking at things. So I'm going to go with no, but I really love this texture. This texture is very soft and very, what is it like? Burlappy without being burlappy. If this was darker color, it might be an auto yes, but it's not, so it's not. So we'll put that aside and say that's probably a no. Next one up is that. Yeah, it goes. I mean, it's very close to this color. The beads would get lost, I think, because, well, frankly, this bead is actually from this material. What about this one? You could see that one. Yeah, it's a weak maybe. Next one is, this is an old sheet that a friend gave me. Not bad. It's a little flat, I think. Yeah, it's a little flat. What else do we have? Oh, here's a nice one. So this, dark brown, not flat. There is a pattern to it. There's a very vague black and brown. What's the inside like? Yeah, no, that's too white. the, I should probably have this out at the same time. This is the, oops, there we are. This is the topper that is going to go on here. So we've got that. We've got that. We've got that. So suddenly this is the my least favorite of those three. It's so fun to see how this color changes that, or this informs that, because this feels much more soothing. That's probably because this matches that fabric. Never mind, as you were. Okay, well, we've got that. We've got a few more fabrics left to pick from. This is a stripe. Nope. That is a big bucket of nopes right there. This is a darker brown. Huh, that's not bad. A bit thready. This kind of matches there and probably matches that. Okay. And I pulled this one because I don't think it's going to match. Whee! It's not going to match, but I wanted to pull it just because it had some kind of, a lot of activity. Yeah, no. Big bucket of nopes. So we've got it down to 3. Well, let's look at this one again. Let's take this off. So I don't know if you have, where you're at, any kind of fabric store that sells remnants, but I have one in my area, and they sell the tail ends of fabric that are unsellable but are usually nice pieces of fabric, and so I quite often will get something. Now that's not so bad, now that I've rejected it completely out of hand. So we've got A. So A is tan. Let's get that a little bit shorter. B is brown. C is red. And D is tan. So A, no. B, C, D. I'm going to get rid of that. Why am I getting rid of that one? I'm getting rid of that because it's going to be competing with the beads. So I'm either going to do something that is light or something that is dark. And I think if I had a light, slightly less intense tone of this, I think I would go with that. If quite frankly, if I had some more of this kind of fabric, I would go with that. But that might be the choice for now. I'm not gonna do anything. So if you have comments, if you have thoughts, if you have passionate feelings one way or the other, do throw them in the comments below. I am happy to entertain all arguments. I have this, which is kind of like that. It would be great, but it is not tall enough by about that much, which is more's the pity. So I can't really use, I suppose. No, I'm gonna make work for myself if I did that. Is there anything else? There's no other fabric. Well, hang on. Just go over here for a second. So here's something I could try. This is fabric and this is fabric. It does not match. So I have two, and just so you know what I am dismissing, woo, that orange and that blue. Just to confirm that it does not match, and I'm not making it up. Oh. Okay, let's bring this over. Let's bring the bin over. Gotta pick up the bin first. Hang on. I'm getting there. I'm coming. So this is the big Pilo scrappy scraps that I was using to make the journal in the first place. So we have this. Oops. Stay. Which might be okay. It's a better brown. It's a better brown than that one was. It's got more pattern to it. And I would have to be scrappy about it, I think. Oh, and here's some more of it. Okay, so maybe the Tuesday 10 is just going to be, I'm going to narrow the amount of fabric choices down to 10. Oh, decision making is hard. How about this? Truth be told, I love that. Why do I love it? I love it because I do. That's not a reason. I love it because I can get another inch probably out of this, and it is burlap. And burlap, I think, would be a great choice. The gluing would be an entire episode all on its own, but that's okay. I would need to iron it, maybe starch it and get it a little bit more stable. Wonder if putting that underneath that, just to give it a little bit of a dark undertone. Okay. So I like that. That's not bad at all. Oh, green. Do some green. Woo! Different story. I possibly should have quit while I was ahead, but that's not bad. It's not great either. We got some more of this fabric. What's this? So this is gold. That's not bad. It's the right width too. Look at that. What else do we have in here? Not a fan of this at all. Don't know that that would that work? You would need something underneath it. Yeah, no. One of the things that I don't like about this fabric that I learned after I started to cut it, and this household, for anybody who is new, is a glitter-free household. I do not like having glitter. I don't buy cards or bags or anything else that has got that loose ornaments, flower embellishments, that has got that loose, very micro glitter. I will do small sequins. I'll do like those little pearl beads, seed beads. They are large enough to be able to catch, but glitter, I can't. And I am certain that you can see that piece of bit right there, and that came from that. Makes me crazy. I've been my carpet has had a bit of that on it, and I have been hunting it for about 2 weeks. Because it's kind of making me crazy. Oh, how about this fabric? I have too much fabric. That might be, well, there's your problem. I don't think this is going to work. No, that's not, it doesn't say coffee. And I'm certain this doesn't say coffee, but it's here, so we are going to try it anyways. Whee! No. Sometimes you just got to be tough with your brain. That'd be nice if it was water, maybe. Oh, here's something water. Also green. See what this looks like. And I can also do that too. Like just create a line. I don't have to necessarily do that. Not awful, but not great. What else is in here? Oh, that's another piece of narrow red. Oops. Don't know what that is. Is this Christmas stuff? No, it's just red fabric. Well, that's not bad. It's kind of in this vein. I can put that together. What else do we have? A fun leaf will not work. Just getting it out of my way. Wow. No. This would be amazing if I had a narrower spine required. Because this is still all the, what do we call these? We call these something. Snippet rolls, bits that I haven't used. Anything else? Wonder where that came from. And that. I think we're down to the bottom of the bin here. Yeah, I think we are too. I'm gonna put this out just for grinses. It's fun, but it doesn't match. And then I don't think I have enough of this. What would this have looked like? Yeah, no, would have been too light. Okay. So I'm gonna put that down there. Pardon me, it's gonna bang. There. Oh, gotta get rid of this stuff. Miserable stuff. Okay, so what did we got down to? Kind of this. I like the red. I'm gonna. I think it's the red. I think it's the red burlap. So I'm going to go under the idea that it's the red burlap. And if you have thoughts, passionate thoughts one way or the other, please pitch them down below. I am, like I say, willing to entertain any options. This has nice texture to it. It is a good color. It has the burlap feel to it, which is one of the coffee bean bag feelings that I wanted to have sort of here. And it is like a nice red. I think coffee beans start off being red. So I'm going to go Working decision. Subject to approval by the audience. I'm going to take this out as well. And I'm taking these two out because I probably will need some kind of underlining, because I don't think burlap on its own is going to be good enough. And one or the other of these, I think, will need to be done. So let us call that, can we call that a decision-ish? Horseshoes, hand grenades? Let's call it a decision. What do you call almost a decision? Still uncertainty? High probability? High probability, that's what you call it. So we have high probability. So that's 2. That was a bit of a journey, not gonna lie. So another one of the things that I need to do is to cut this. And I am willing to cut this. Where's the book board? There's the book board. There's the spine. Or we could just cut it in 2. Let's do that. Yes. Let's do that. So my original thought was I was going to cut line down here and line down here, and then use that, replace it entirely with a new board, and then do sort of the hinging and so on and so forth. And if I cut it down the center, now I'm talking to myself, I can do that. And then when I put down the new border, the border has something to glue to, and I will retain these, this part, the hinge part. And if it doesn't work, I can always go ahead and cut it. But if I cut it there to start with, they're not going to be great. And the only way to get this done is to do it. And I'm just trying to get in the middle of his name, assuming that the printers, deep breath, have done a good job with alignment. I weirdly feel better about that now. So, yes. So let's say this is the piece of card. I would then have this to glue to. And then just have a wider spine. Okay. So I'm going to call this cut something, because it was. This has been following me around like a lost dog for some time. So that's 3 things that I have done. We're practically finished. What else do we need to do? So we've got to do a little bit of embellishing. Yes, we do. So what I would like is, so I took these circles and these little triangle things, these squares. What is this? Oh, abundance. It's a word snippet. Where are they all? This is a sticker. That's a card. Some labels. Another label. Some squares. Some circles. Q. So one of you lovely watchers, subscribers, suggested that you would really enjoy having some Canadian slang. I will go very, very deep slang Canadian on you. My mom's family are farmers, and they are all from the Ottawa Valley. And as you know, accents change from place to place. And my mom used to speak, I don't even know how to say this without causing a lot of controversy among my Canadian followers. A more newsreader type Canadian accent. Kind of bland, not particularly strong. And the Ottawa Valley has some strong accents to it, but she would code switch that when she was on the farm, she would talk Ottawa Valley, and when she wasn't on the farm, she would talk newsreader English. And I used to be highly aware of this before I knew that there was something called code switching, where you would change the way you would, your language, a lot of your behaviors and so on and so forth, your slang and so forth. But I was aware of it as a kid, that she would go through the gates of the farm and I would lose my mother to this other person who spoke and acted in a very particular way that was foreign to me as a child. Anyways, Uncle Leo was a cattle farmer. And so cattle. There is this word. COW. It's a short form for cattle. I say cow. Everybody with different accents might say that slightly differently. Depends on where you're from, and it is totally okay. You can call it whatever you want, just don't call it late for dinner. I had the biggest Christmas Day argument with my mom over how we pronounce this word. And she did not believe that Uncle Leo, when he would say this word, would say Q. Q is the Ottawa Valley speak for cow. And I said, no. You say cows. You say cows. We do not say, anyways, long argument. We finally get to the point of Christmas Day where everybody starts calling everybody else, blah, blah, blah. And this is back in the old rotary phone days where anybody under the age of, say, I don't know, 20? I don't even know what the cutoff age is now. We used to have phones that would plug into the walls. They're called landlines. I still have one. Long story. Where you would have multiple outlets in the house and you could pick everybody. Once the call came in, if you went to another room and picked up the phone, you would be able to hear and participate in the conversation. Kind of like an early version of a conference call, but you had physical phones. Anyways, Uncle Leo calls. My mom and I realize that he is the one that is on the phone. My mom is talking to him, blah, blah, blah. I go racing to another room and, hello, Uncle Leo, it's Mary Ellen, Merry Christmas, etc., etc. How do you pronounce the word C-O-W? And what does he say? Q. And I felt like I won Christmas. So there we are. That is a really, really deep dive on some Ottawa Valley Canadian slang. I don't know. It's a story. So when I saw this, I called it a Q, and that's sort of a joke between me and Uncle Leo and my mom. So I have these circles, and I have these triangles, and I thought I had more circles, to be perfectly honest with you. And it's entirely possible that I do. So they started off blank, and then I stamped them. And then these go this way, and then go that way. So I'm thinking that one, so for each signature, we have something like that, and I'm thinking these sugar packets should be able to go just as like a quick tuck like that. It's the working theory anyways. I think this might be a little bit too big for that, and so it is. I might be able to use that. Though I had a thought about these. Thought of making a dangle out of it. But then I thought, as somebody, i.e. me and the mouse in my pocket. Hi, Michelle. If I stamp a hole in it, then I'm going to have all the sweet and low come out. And so I don't know whether or not I should ruin the integrity of this bag, which is the level of detail that we get into when we are thinking about things. So what do I want to do? I want to put these 3 things in. And I'd love it if I had a 3rd circle, if I had 9 circles, not 6. I don't think I have any more. Okay, well, we'll go with that. So where do I want to put them? So I think here, 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 here. Okay, so let's try that. So get to page 6. So, oh, okay. So it's got to be at the tail end. It's got to be. So I didn't want to do 2 of these in the same section, though I could solve some of this problem by just doing that. And then just doing that. I know it's very early in the journal, but it might just work. Okay, squirrel. All right, so let's try. Where's the middle? Where's the middle? And what do we say? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. That might be fun. Is this bigger? By a hair. Sure, why not? Why not? And for anybody who is interested in how my baseball team is doing, and there's no reason why you should, because they are doing terrible. Oh my goodness, they have lost like the last, I don't know, 6 games, 7 games. It's ridiculous. I'm very sad. Ugh. Ah! I'm going to assume that that's the right way around. Here. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. Then my thought is I'm just going to do that as an open pocket. I'm going to say that that is 1. So that's 4. Oops. And if I mash it in too soon, I'm going to get it sticky, so I'm just going to leave that open for a bit. There we are. Another thing I've got to do is find spine board. So I need a piece of cardboard that will fit that. Theoretically, I'm making decisions, so that could be 6. We're not sure. So what did I say I wanted this one for? Kind of the same spot, 8, 9, 10. So this is 11 is the book. There's that, there's that. That page might be fun. What I could do is just that. I think that would be hilarious. I need a paperclip. Oh, I don't have a paperclip. Hang on. This is not the forever paperclip. This is just so that we can move on. There we are. That's 2. And then this one. Where would be a good one? Maybe sort of the front. Maybe. Berg. There. I could do that. Or I could do that. could just do that. And then I'll have sort of like an open tab. I think I'm kind of on board with that. Or we can just do this. Holy crap, we have a lot of options happening. Yeah, that'll be good. We shall go with that. Oh. So there's another baseball game tonight. For anybody who is unfamiliar with the season of baseball, it is 162 games from May to September. So they play almost every night. Which is pretty great if you like baseball, and I do. It is a shock when the season is over, though, because you don't know what to do with like 3 hours out of every night or day. Oh, my stars. Come on, you can do it. No? What's the matter? I think what I am is impatient. Don't know if that's possible. What is wrong with you? No? Ah, there we are. Wow, that was a journey. There we are. Here. That, so we got another thing done. That is another. So I technically only have to do 3 more things. Technically. I like that. I think that's good. We still need to put our little cow somewhere. That was a long pause. What do I want to do? I don't know. I think I've stopped being able to think clearly, which happens from time to time. So that's par for the course. I'm gonna put the glue back up this way. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna say I got 7 things. I got 5 practical ones, and I have 2 things that I need to do with some structure now, so that's good. Yeah, I think I'm done for now. So as always, thank you so much for keeping me company. I super appreciate having people to talk to as I work through my journals, and it's just a delight for me. So thank you very much for that. Please like, subscribe, and if you have a comment, if you have a voting choice for what fabric I should use for the back, happy to entertain any suggestions you might have. And I think that is all for now. I am going to stop here, upload, watch some baseball, and then I'll be back with you tomorrow, I think. Thanks so much. Bye now.